Pork and pineapple slaw on Hawaiian sweet buns make the perfect slider. And we are going to cut down the cooking time to 45 minutes on the pork. That is going to be absolutely delicious. Welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today we are going to make Hawaiian pork sliders, and I couldn't be happier because I have my paralegal extraordinaire, Ada, her son Ethan, and Shakina, his girlfriend, and we are going to make these things, and we're going to get them taste tested now by several people, and hopefully everybody will like them. Okay, and so anyhow, we're going to start off by, and this is how we're going to make the pork in 45 minutes. I'm going to put this pork in this ancient pressure cooker that I've had forever. This is just like the one my mother blew up in the kitchen years ago. I've got about 8 or 9 cups of water. I've already got it hot, so this thing will start fast. I'm gonna put a 3-pound Boston butt in there, and we're going to cook it for about 15 minutes a pound, or about 45 minutes. I'm gonna put it in with 2 onions, some salt and pepper, and that's it. Got the onions cut up. We're gonna put the pork in. This is about 3 pounds. You wanna make sure there's enough in there. This looks fine. About 8 or 9 cups of water. I've already got it hot. Don't start the timing until the little weight starts jiggling on the top on this one. Now, if you have a pressure cooker from at least the 20th century, you won't have to do that. And we're gonna put a good bit of salt on here, some fresh pepper, which I'm gonna have to get some more pepper. We're gonna put the onions in. First time I've actually done a pork butt like this. I've boiled it or braised it. I put it on the grill, which is of course the best, but it takes about 12 hours to do a full one. This is gonna be about 45 minutes. All right, that's all locked with the weight on top. As soon as it starts sizzling, so if you start with the water hot like we did, it took about 5 minutes to get there. Follow whatever instructions you have. We're gonna turn this down now, just enough to keep it jiggling. Time starts 45 minutes. We'll pull it out. In the meantime, we'll make our slaw. Pork dates back to ancient times in Hawaii. It was used for religious rituals and for religious sacrifice. It was widely held that eating pork would bestow divine potency. But until 1819, only ali, or the chiefs, regularly ate pork. Pineapple, some say, came to Hawaii from a Spanish shipwreck in the 1520s. The first record of pineapple in Hawaii, however, dates back to 1794 when Spanish ship pilot Don Francisco de Paula Marin arrived in Hawaii. Marin became an interpreter and friend of the king Kamehameha the Great, I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly, who gave him land to cultivate pineapples. Today we combine the pork with pineapple slaw to make our sliders. All right, for the slaw, we're going to use about 1.5 cups of red cabbage, about 1 cup of green cabbage, 1 cup of freshly diced pineapple, a little orange zest at the top, half of a red pepper, 1 rib of celery, 1 green onion, and about 3+ teaspoons of cilantro. Those are all those ingredients. Then for the sauce, we're going to have 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, about 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, about 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, about 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then we're gonna combine all this together. I'm gonna use a mandolin. All right, so we need 1 cup of pineapple. This is way more than we need. You don't want to get into the core. And that should be enough right there. All right, we're gonna cut this in pretty small pieces because it's going on a little Hawaiian roll. So we're gonna chop this up pretty well. By the way, if you have a cut on your finger, you will feel it when you cut the pineapple. All right, so we can go ahead and start putting this on our bowl. Don't chintz out on the pineapple. You want all that sweetness. All right, we've got 1/2 of a red pepper. You want to cut that nice and smoothly. into small pieces. I guess the word is diced. What do you think? I'm not getting comment. I got all these people here and nobody's talking. That should add some color. It's going to be very colorful. All right, I like to get rid of this pithy stuff. No comments. All right, so we want about a tablespoon of orange juice, which we're not going to get out of that right now. Let's see, where's my... This is not looking right. What do you think? I should have gotten a smaller orange. I could, but I'm not done. Let me see what I get out of this. Here we go. We don't need that much anyhow. It's not going to hurt to have that pulp in there. Cilantro. Don't put the stems in, we just want the leaves. So that'll take a minute or two. The cilantro adds a great taste to this, by the way. All right, so we have enough cilantro here. I'm gonna use a different knife for that so I can get to it. We don't need that anymore. These don't have to be that small. It's not like a nice piece of cilantro on here. All right, so we're getting this slaw pretty much down. Some of it's actually in the bowl, some is on the floor. 1 rib of celery. Cut the ends off. Throw it on the floor. All right, so that's that. We got an onion to put in here. Again, we get to start off with clean ends. I'm gonna use this knife on that. So we went and got a bay leaf tree, and now we have fresh bay leaves that I use anytime I'm cooking beef. I use bay leaves. I don't know why I'm talking about bay leaves because there's no bay leaves in this. But anyhow, there's probably a reason. All right, we're down to the cabbage. Now, I may need a little bit more cabbage, we'll see. I am gonna wear this glove. All right, I've got this super thin. If you look at that, you can see that is super thin. You're gonna see it when I put out the actual cabbage. It's completely adjustable with this screw right there. This is my favorite mandolin, and I've had 4 or 5 over the years. All right. And look at how nice and smooth that is. That's gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right. I'm going to do the same with the green cabbage. That's all of the dry ingredients, and now we're going to make the sauce. Before I make the sauce, I'm going to go ahead and remember to put the zest in. And we're looking for about a teaspoon. And you see how we didn't go very far down into it? That's important to do because as soon as you get to the white part, it's not zest. It changes the flavor and it's kind of pithy. All right, that takes care of that. So, 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, tablespoon of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon, 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. All right, and this will not be overdressed. Pour that all on here. Some of it's going to stay in the bowl, and some of it's not. The citrus is great. I can smell that too. There's all kinds of flavor in here. So we're just going to cover this up now and set it in the fridge. And we had plenty of time to do this while we're waiting our 45 minutes, which by the way, we are coming up on in just a few minutes. And then we'll bring the pot back in and let it cool down, pull the pork out. These are by far the best, in my opinion, unless you've got somebody that bakes rolls for you. They're soft, they're moist. We're gonna cut these in half. And this will make easily, what is this, 12? This will easily make 12. Pull these apart gently. So I do try to keep them together because they are different shaped. And just let the weight of the knife go through. You gotta have a bread knife. I mean, you really do. If you try to cut this with a regular knife, you're just gonna have a wad of dough. And I've got a 9x13 pan with some foil on it. Meanwhile, while I'm putting the butter on these, I'm gonna go ahead and put my oven on broil. I'm just gonna put some butter on these and get them a little toasty. I've already mixed these up. I have no idea which one goes with which one.
It won't matter.
It's not gonna matter. Oh, you know what we have to do? Oh, that comes in. We do have to have some barbecue sauce, which we do have. All right, where's this one gonna go? I guess it's gonna fit right here. All right, we got our oven on broil. We'll get this all done, get these ready before the pork is done. And the broiler feels particularly cool because I didn't hit start. Okay, this time we're hitting start. All right, this is cooked 45 full minutes. It's gonna take a little bit of time. That's the difference between this and the newer ones, the newer pressure cookers, because you gotta wait for this to kind of help it out a little bit. Stop. I'm just hoping there's enough water in there. You got to keep these close by because juice can come up, and none is, which is a little concerning. I might have. When does the what?
When does the genie come out?
When this little piece drops, which is getting ready to drop. Oh God.
Oh what?
Oh man.
Oh.
We got to get rolls. They're done. They're overdone. This may be. We're close. We got juice. We got juice. I'm going to use this shredder that I got from my mother-in-law, and I think this probably could have cooked a little bit longer, but it's pretty tender. All right, let's see how this works. That looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna put that one back in. Cut a little more off. We've got everything just about ready. We got the pork shredded, pulled. Looks good. I poured some of the juice in there so it's nice and moist. And we're gonna go ahead and put some barbecue sauce in with the pork now. And mix that up well. Together, we're gonna put a little bit of barbecue sauce on the top of the pork, then cover it with the slaw, and we're ready to try it. All right, you got a plate for us? We're gonna put, oh, I was not gonna cross-contaminate, but that happened. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of pork on here. We're gonna put some barbecue sauce on, just a little barbecue sauce. And then some slaw. Oh, these are going to be messy, but good. All right, so this is gonna be messy, but I'm gonna go ahead and try a bite. Let's see how much of it, oh, it's already coming to plate. Yeah, here we go. Oh, it's all over the place. The pork is perfect. The rolls are nice and crunchy, but soft inside. That's good. All right, everybody come on. All right, so we're gonna do some fresh ones here. All right. Marsha, you gonna have one or not? Not on camera. You gotta come on now. Come on, you gotta try. Yeah, come on. I got 4 made here. Now, if it tastes bad, I don't wanna hear about it. Okay, go ahead and pick one out. This one's hers, that one's yours, Marshall. All right, this is gonna be a mess. I mean, that's all right. Look at the juice coming out of those. What do you think?
Very good.
All right. Is it thumbs up or thumbs down?
Definitely thumbs up.
All right.
Give it 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. Outstanding. If you like this, subscribe and like. Send a picture. Try not to burn up your rolls or get everything on the floor, and these should be fantastic. And I'll see you next time on
Lawyer